I am at the 2024 Street Rod Nationals, and I'm here with Frank Lehman. He is one of the World of Wheels Bourbon Select 6 winners, and he has a 1967 Chevy 2. How you doing, Frank? We appreciate you taking the time. Tell me a little bit about your car.
Great, thanks for having me. This is a 67 Chevy 2. Some folks still call these Novas.
That's what I was going to ask. Is this a Nova?
Well, Nova and Chevy 2 are actually the same thing. I believe Nova came out a year later. These were called Chevy 2s.
Chevy 2. So the Novas came out in 1968.
That's my understanding, but that's up for debate. A lot of people still call these Novas.
Really? Well, when I walked up and asked you about this, I actually called it a Nova.
Some do, and it's good either way.
Right. Well, it's a beautiful car. What size motor you got in it?
That motor started as a 292 GMC 6-cylinder. It's an overbore. It comes up to about 301 cubic inch. It is 6-cylinder with 2 Weber 44 carburetors.
Okay, those are Webers on it.
Yes, sir, they are Weber carburetors. They're synchronized, simultaneous carburetors that work. It's got custom-made headers and intake. A lot of custom work done to it. A lot of internal work, head modifications. It's approximately 300 horsepower at the wheels, at the rear wheels.
So you call this? Is this the Wilder Than Most? Is that the?
Yes, sir. Wilder Than Most is the club, the local club I belong to.
Oh, okay. All right. Wilder Than Most is your car club. Okay, cool.
That's right.
All right. Wilder Than Most is the car club you're in.
That's right.
All right.
It's a great car club.
And is that local, Louisville, Kentucky?
Yes, it is. It's a big club in Kentucky, and it's run by Terry Wilder. It's a great club.
Wilder Than Most. Oh, I get it.
Wilder Than Most.
Right.
That's it.
Right. And I see the rims out there. What's up with the rims? What would you call those?
Those are made by Billet Specialties. They're 17s on the rear, 15s on the front. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes. It's got complete Heights 4-link suspension, rack and pinion steering, air conditioning.
Well, I really dig the interior. I like that open the door for me if you don't mind. Yeah. And the detail that really caught my eye was that what I think is how the interior kind of matches the little
side trim.
The little side print there. That's a really nice touch to me.
Thank you.
Like I would have never thought to do that. Like I'm not. I don't know who thinks these things up, but they're geniuses, right? I mean, if you come up with it, you're a genius.
I can't take credit for that, but the interior is made by Paul Atkins Interiors out of Tennessee.
Okay, Paul Atkins Interiors.
Atkins Interiors. They do a lot of high-end custom work,
wow.
I believe Paul. Story has it that he used to work for Boyd Coddington, which is a #1 builder in the country.
So Paul Atkins in Tennessee.
In Tennessee, that's right.
Right, he did a fantastic job. I mean, everything is tucked so nice and clean. I don't know. I mean, wow, and I love that touch on the side there, man. That just brings it all out, I think.
Yeah,
to me.
It's all airbrushed. There's no decals. It's all completely airbrushed.
It brings it smooth right into the trunk.
Trunk matches the interior.
And this looks like the rear end. Let's see if I can get a little bit of that from the mirror, I think. Wow. This must have been a little bit of a labor of love, huh?
Yeah, it's actually I've had several cars, and I found this one with what I call the hard work done. The paint, by the way, is two-tone. The top is a shade darker than that.
You can kind of see it down the front there. You can kind of see it, but and this light is hard to see, but I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll show you here.
Yeah. Oh, there, yeah. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I can see it a lot better like that. Open the door back up just a split second. You can kind of see with the light. There you go. See, that's where you can really see it like that. It's kind of hard to tell if you kind of look at it like this. You don't even notice it.
The light throws it off.
Yeah, the light throws it off. But yeah, that's a nice touch too. Like I didn't even notice. Wow. Well, Frank, anything interesting you want to tell me about the car?
Well, it's just
Met your first girlfriend in it? I don't know.
no, I don't think my wife would approve of that.
Right.
It's a great little car. So I call it. I'd say it's got good bones, which means it's got good structured frame, no zero rust of any kind. It's completely rotisserie built, which means it was put on a rotisserie, flipped upside down. The bottom or the floor pans.
Is that when they say they it's dipped? Is that what you're talking about?
No, rotisserie is actually is put up and the car is turned in midair, just a body shell, and the underside of the car is painted exactly like the top of the car.
Oh wow!
And it's beautiful to look at.
Fantastic! I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. I'm sure other people out there will know that, but I wouldn't have known that.
It's got custom stainless exhaust. It's a 5-speed Tremec 5-speed manual transmission.
Okay.
With a hydraulic clutch.
All right.
Like I said, it's got vintage air.
Oh, you even got the vintage air in it. Okay. I didn't even know they had air in like 67.
Well, they didn't. Everything's after me. This is a hand-built car.
Okay. All right.
This is a hand-built car. And I'll get into one other thing. It's really not noticeable. The car has been what they call chopped. Chopped means the roof has been lowered to the body.
Oh, okay.
And it's been surgically chopped.
Ah, okay.
And it's been chopped 2 inches.
So they take some of the A-frame out? Is that what?
They take this. They start here and actually lower the top, which and gives it a special.
Does that give it a more like aggressive stance?
I guess you could call it that. It's more of it's a cool thing they've been doing for years and years of chopping cars.
I've heard the term chop, but I didn't quite understand what it was.
There's channeled cars. That means they bring in the frame rails inboard. There's lots of cosmetic things you can do on these cars, and this has had a lot of that done. I personally didn't do that, but that's the way I found the car, and that's what I fell in love about.
Right. Okay. All right.
It's a great little car.
No, it's beautiful, and it was top 6 of the vehicles at the car show last year. This year. It was
a very big deal for me to be picked with that crowd, because those guys come from all over the country, and
there was from Minnesota, Lexington, South Carolina.
Those cars.
Yeah, there was some real talent there this year.
Well, those are professionally built show cars, and they tour. They go on a national tour. As a matter of fact, there was talk of this car going to Detroit for a big show, and I didn't make the trip. But that's a lot of those guys. And so it was a big honor to be picked with those guys in the top
6.
Top 6 of And there was a lot of beautiful cars there.
Oh, there was a bunch of nice cars.
Yeah. So I'm really proud of it. And it's just a nice little car. It's not a trailer queen, they call, where it sees the street. I drove it here.
Oh, nice. Okay, because you're from Louisville, Kentucky.
I'm from Louisville, and I drive the car occasionally. That's not a daily driver, but
nice days. You're not going out in January.
It gets beautiful days, and I drive it a lot, and that's what I bought it for.
To enjoy it.
To enjoy it. It's not made to sit in a garage, and
that makes it worth more, if you ask me.
Well, it was made to drive.
Right.
These cars originally were little grocery getters. They were grandma cars, I call them. I think the sale price on this car new was $2,200.
Wow, $2,200.
It costs a little more than that today.
Right.
But
I mean, we could 5 or 6 of us could get that change out of the car.
It's more zeros than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's just the personality of these cars. They were so simple back in the day, and they're just cool to work on. There's lots of room to work on them.
Well, it's got a lot of personality. Like I said, I like the red, the interior. That's something I would have never thought of, or I would have never picked that red either. It seems loud in and of itself, but with this car and everything else, it's perfect.
Well, red and silver, pewter have always been a good combination. That you can't go
always
wrong.
works.
You can't go wrong with that.
And then the blue down here, like I would have never.
That picks up.
Picks up everything.
If you're out out of these lights, that picks up the sunlight. If you're out in sunshine, that will pick up sunlight. And that's all airbrushed. There's no decals whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Frank, thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, appreciate you. But be sure to like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you very much.